They don't get drunk, but they certainly overeat. Also, they overtalk. They are great gossips. They even tell questionable stories. Again, let me quote Paul. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. Philippians 4:8. My friend, your thought life is bound to affect your conduct sooner or later. What you keep thinking about, you will eventually do. I have found that a great many Christians think about a temptation for a long time before they actually submit to it. This sort of thing is done by a great many so called Christians. Paul seemed to question whether or not they were Christians because they lived exactly as the uh, world worldling lived. Now there is a second group that is extreme in the opposite direction. They have produced the Christian life to have reduced the Christian life to a series of negatives. Paul warns the Corinthian believers against the group that was characterized by touch not, taste not, handle not. Colossians 2:21. These folks rejoice in salvation by grace and deliverance from the Mosaic law, but they immediately take a new set of Ten Commandments, only they usually doubt that number. They become very self centered, very critical, and very proud. These are the ones that Paul labels weak in the faith. Verse 1. By the way, and they are the folk who have become very separated. The following letter I received several years ago, that's J. Vernon McGee and not me, illustrated the sad state of one who adopted this position. I returned to California after a year of full time Christian service in Ohio and an extended trip east, but have come back almost spiritually shipwrecked. Have been a Christian for 3.5 years and until recently was able to give a glowing testimony about being saved out of unity. But lately, I've been so dead that Jesus seems way up there and I'm way down here. I have all the negative virtues of Christians. I don't smoke, drink, play cards, attend movies, or use makeup, but those things do not make a happy Christian. My friends tell me I'm becoming bitter, and oh, I don't want that to happen. Before becoming a Christian, I was very ambitious, worked hard for what I believed in, and incidentally, I was listed in the Who's Who. I think everybody's listed in the Who Who. But now I wonder what's the use? The world is going from bad to worse. Everything is headed for disaster. The only hope is to wait for the return of the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, my friend, this person was in terrible condition. Notice how separated she was, but this kind of separation will not bring joy in the life. Somewhere between these two extreme viewpoints of questionable matters in Christian conduct, the believer is to walk. These are the Scylla and the Charybdis through which the believer must sail his little bark on the sea of life. I have given a great deal of space to these preliminary remarks because I know there are many puzzled Christians who will be helped by what Paul has for us in this important chapter. That concludes.